Good morning, everyone. It is January 3rd, and I'm sitting here at my grandmother's house. She's taking a shower, and I thought I would just share and do my morning talk this morning with you and talk to you a little bit about what I've been thinking about lately and sharing with you about just sharing with you for the new year and maybe realizing something for the moment. How do I define success and how I think about that topic at the moment? How can you say, gosh, I've changed so much in the last years that I am just coming into the flow of my intention and experiencing my manifestations, and sharing that with you here is so important because I think when I'm here with my family, because of social media and because of maybe Facebook or social media, basically Facebook, that I fly around the world and I do my things, and that seems to be like I'm very successful at what I do, and all this kind of stuff that I would say that is kind of is not the whole story, and not the whole story about me as a person, because what I'm doing is not who I am. And I think that when I come back to success, and however I define success, is the best person, if that makes any sense. You know, it's a very big subject for me, and it's a very big thing to express it, because I'm at a point in my life where I go with the flow and I trust. I have no worries in myself. That is part of my success. Success is being the best person I can be, and realizing that there is a source that I'm working with, and I'm co-creating, and it's creating this. I don't have to go anywhere, nor do I have to achieve anything in my life that will bring me some kind of sense of accomplishment that is permanent. So the permanent success that I feel is within my person, and that exists, or that happens by me being aware, and I'm fully aware of everything which I've been sharing with you, and awareness is everything. And the thing is that I think I started to ask myself, what is freedom? And freedom for me is synonymous with success, and freedom within myself to have freedom. And I have freedom in my life, and I share these things, and I share these things in a certain level of reality with you, because I believe they're the secret to life in general. And most people, the thing is that most people don't want success, or either afraid of success or want freedom. And everybody wants it, but they're just not, I don't know. And I could say that freedom is right there in every choice that you make, and that's very big for me, and that's really quite a big thing to realize in myself. And I share that with you because it is my path, and my path can resonate with many people, because I don't know, I just feel like I want to share, and it comes from my heart. And not worrying what people will think about you is such a big part of awareness. And because everything is really fundamentally about freedom, and freedom is love and acceptance of all that is. And I will talk about this forever, and I will talk about how I see that. you know, we are challenged every day in our lives, and we are challenged by the people that we come into contact with on a daily basis, or even with yourself, you come into contact with your conditioned mind. And I think that I started to become aware of this conditioned mind a long time ago, especially when I became a teacher. And I realized that that I had a lot of conditioned thoughts about who I was supposed to be, or an identity crisis with myself as I started to begin this new freelance profession for myself. And I started to ask myself, what am I searching, what am I looking for, and why am I doing what I'm doing, and what is the purpose of my life? And what I realized that when I felt trapped or something, I was searching for freedom. And freedom is a very big thing, and I do not rely on any external circumstances to teach me about what freedom is, because any circumstance, nothing is permanent. And I've come to realize that, because in this journey of mine, it includes everything, such as failure and success, and being on top, and then not being on top, and living with myself. And so I wanted freedom, and I want optimal. I want just freedom, and freedom from my own thoughts, my thought patterns, freedom from other people's opinions, freedom from dogma, religious beliefs that told me that I was not, and that I'm a sinner, and all these kind of things that have been very important for me. So there's no mistakes, there's no right or wrong. But in my journey for myself, freedom is king for everything, and so therefore I don't have to work in a certain place to tell me that I'm good, or that I'm great, or that I'm not good or not great. And this journey of mine is amazing in that sense, because I don't judge my external situation, and that is absolute ultimate freedom. And a lot of people are so overwhelmed by their thoughts, and they control and they hijack you. And I really fundamentally talk about that, because that seems to be everywhere around me. And the feeling also too, it doesn't matter, like when you step out to become, just as, like, I'm speaking up, and I'm speaking from my own experience and sharing, because I believe that we all want freedom, and it's right there at our hands. And I realize that, and it's part of the work. And ultimately, that I don't even believe that I'm a person, because this person, what I mean by that is that there is a level of reality that is there, and for us to learn from, and it is contrast, and the human drama is contrast. But you can relate to this human drama, and you can believe that it's really important that you stand your own ground, and that you be proud of your success, and that no one else can have it. And if anyone talks bad about you, or all of those kind of things that maybe arise from your experience, your human experience that you have, and all of that is so important. There's no, because it teaches us about ourselves. And then you realize, so I got to the point where I realized that my thoughts about someone else's opinion was running my program, and running how I felt, basically. And I started to really become aware of that when I started to meditate, and I started to look at it. No one can decide for me how I feel, and the happiness is a journey and not a destination. And that, and what comes along with that when you're being yourself, and you're sharing, and you can be accused of this is all the part of the human drama, and being able to face certain things. You can be accused of thinking that you know everything, and you say this, and by sharing intimate emotional experiences, or just sharing yourself about spirituality, there are so many opinions about how you're choosing to live your life and sharing yourself, and people are threatened by that, and because they don't want that freedom. And I don't know why people would be busy with you and what you've done, and that you can't do that, and you're a horrible person, or you're a great person, or amazing, or all of these kind of things that people assume. I think assumptions is part of that, of realizing that you are not, that your thoughts are really out of whack kind of thing, and you assume things. I've had people assume certain things about me that are not true in my experience, such as, I don't have any problems, I don't have any issues or challenges, or quite the contrary. But I am not on automatic pilot, and I do respond consciously to everything. So I'm not hijacked by the momentary feeling of defense that I have to defend myself. Now that goes back to defining what is success. No outside circumstance is going to give you any kind of sense of success, and that you're all that, because you have to keep up that charade and keep on making sure that everybody knows that you are this good guy or this perfect person, or if that charade is really shallow, and it's quite shallow with me. I'm not any of that, nor do I want to be seen in that light, or I don't care how I'm seen by other people, and that is freedom for me. It's really a challenge, for sure, a challenge, definitely. But it's, once you get used to that and you let go, and that you're more playful with your life. I am more playful, and I guess sometimes I like to provoke, just because so I can experience the sense of so-called fear, or irrational fear. If sometimes I play with my existence, and I act more gay, or I act just so I can feel a so-called judgment that maybe arise in there, because I have been conditioned so much from where I am from. And it's not a pity party. I'm just saying that we all are like conditioned to the point where we start to wake up, and we realize that we have such a something inside of us that is a light that shines forever. And I talk about that. And so circumstance creates your awareness, or is along side of awareness, and being aware of your response, and response, and how you respond to the world and the external world. And when I realize I have a choice on how I respond to that for more healthy for myself, it is extremely valuable for me to realize all of that, because I think that that is freedom. And I want freedom. I just want freedom, and enjoy my manifestations, enjoy the ride of my life. And it is my birthright. Do you understand? And so circumstance, I'm at a point in my life where I don't care where I work. I don't care that I have to achieve anything, that I have to be successful in my career, and whatever. And none of that really matters to me. None of it. It's external. I enjoy it so much to interact with people and exchange warmth with people. And some people think that I'm always this good guy, and it's always this thing. I'm challenged to the point where I just keep quiet sometimes, because the external is showing me something that I actually take responsibility for, and I step back and I respond, and that's part of a success story. Assumptions are a very big thing, and I think that if you assume that people have no struggles or no challenges, it's not about that. It's not about those things. It's about being at peace with yourself and trusting the universe, your God, your source, that is co-creating with you constantly. And my freedom is within my response, and my freedom is a constant. I'm constantly aware, and I'm living. There's no veil in front of my eyes, and I'm not hijacked by my emotions. I'm not saying that it doesn't arise, and maybe, you know, I'm crying because I feel vulnerable, or I feel, but the labeling of that vulnerability is just watching the manifestation and watching the emotions, or enjoying the emotions, or getting into the emotions, allowing them, allowing the thoughts, and, you know, and not attaching to some kind of thoughts. Of course, thoughts are from every extreme, excuse me, from every extreme of positive to negative. And I speak of that because it's like, I think fundamentally we're all, like, if you're interested at all being successful, how do you define that? I have no interest in money. I never do anything for money. I never have. It's nice to have it, and I love to have it, and I have some. And because I don't know, it's fallen into place because I think this way. Or I allow myself, allowing, and that's awareness, and that's love, and it's not conditional. So, and everything falls into place. So, as I watch this magic happen, I've been so curious about consciousness, and consciousness is part of my journey, and consciousness is awareness. So that is the freedom that I have within myself. And the freedom is constantly there. And yeah, what can I say? That is part of being myself. And I am incredibly grateful to realize that. And I'll keep sharing it, and I want to share it. And let go of what people think of you. 2018. Be yourself, and some people will like you, and some people won't like you, and some people think that they think you know everything. It's really interesting because they sacrifice their freedom by being interested or concerned about how I'm living my life, or how you're living your life, or what's supposed to be and what's not supposed to be, and you're not supposed to be like this, or you're not supposed to do that, or drink, or whatever you're doing. That victimhood can be seen, and can be, in a flash, can be taken away. We are not victim of circumstance, and the stream of events in life happens, and it's a constant flow, and that means there are going to be challenges, and don't resist the challenges in your mind, but they're not to be feared, and that is success. Do not fear your light. Trust and love unconditionally, and that's it. That's part of what I want to say this morning in my morning talk on my iPad. It's all the big joke, you know, cosmically. I'm in a point where also too, where I see magic around me all the time, and by being in this constant flow of allowing and not labeling and judging is something I'm really, really sharing with you, and I think it's the key to your personal development, but, you know, also as you develop your person and all these so-called morals or new ways, it all starts to collapse. And I am just full open love, and I share it, and I just love it. I just love everything. Love life, love my fear, love my challenges, love my labeling judgments that arise, so it teaches me that I don't want those anymore. So I just look at them and don't do it. No one's better than another person, and everything is absolutely beautiful. And that's why we're here on this planet, or that's why I'm here on this planet for my journey. And you earthlings can It can resonate or not resonate or whatever. So, here I am. Don't ever let anyone tell you how to be. Define your success for yourself, and if it's money for you, and if it's not, it's not. It's not about that. Love you so much, and thank you for watching me. All right, have a great day. Bye.